What's up, y'all? Good morning. Let's get ready. What's good, y'all? Good bit more awake now. Got dressed a little bit. I gotta get a little more serious in this video. I got to talk about some more serious topics. Really get real with myself. But at the current moment, my room is a fucking mess. There's shit everywhere. So we're gonna take a moment and get it cleaned up, get it nice and clean here. So let's do it. Hello. It is 8:56 p.m. May 12th, I believe it is. And I'm here today making this video to talk about a little bit more of a serious topic. So this is a video I've been thinking about making for a while, but it was something that was never really a huge consideration of mine because I was so caught up in my own head dealing with a bunch of mental shit. But over the last month of my life, I've been able to get myself to a point mentally where I feel like I'm like doing better. I've gotten to a point where I have some sort of income coming in. I don't want to call it financial stability because I barely make enough to afford to live. But it's better than what I was making, which was nothing. So I found, and it's easy. It's something I can convince myself to do every day. It's something I can like get up and go do when I'm there. It's not like too horribly terrible or anything. So, that's good. But as I slowly come out of my mental fog and back into reality, I'm realizing some things. So first of all, when I first got the job at the gas station, I got it, and then I had like 3 or 4 days before I started. And so I had to completely flip my sleep schedule 180 in those 3 or 4 days. And when I first started out, I was like, there's no way I can do that. Like, I just can't. And then I did it easy peasy, just through sheer force of mind. And now that I'm at a point where I'm doing better mentally, I have a little bit of financial stability, and I've come to the realization that I can change anything with just enough effort. It's brought me to some conclusions. So what we're talking about here in this video, my main point here is my health, my physical health. And when it comes to like the problems I'm having currently with my physical health, I could really break it down into like 3 easy areas. It would be food, sleep, and lungs. So for food, the issue is I've never really eaten very healthy, and it's got to the point where the foods I do eat, like I eat a lot of ramen and mac and cheese and shit, it's just not appetizing anymore. I'm genuinely not interested in eating pretty much anything anymore. I'll go like the 24-40 hours without food, and then I'll eat like a bunch of shit. Or sometimes I'll go like a whole week where I'll just, like this last week, I'll just go a whole week where I'll just eat like tiny little snacks here and there, and then eat nothing all week, and then on my day off I'll eat a bunch of food. And it makes me feel like shit. My body hurts. I'm like low energy all the time. My stomach has like constant issues. Like the biggest thing is like low energy. I don't feel good. My brain isn't like there. We as humans need real food, and I never realized how important that was. But hopefully now that I'm making money, I can make some changes and get some food, some real food, and start eating it. Fix my relationship with food. Find some sort of schedule in there. Number 2 is sleep. So I don't know if you guys have seen any of my other videos or even just earlier in this one, but when I've shown you my room, you may have noticed there's no bed. And that's because I don't have a bed, and I haven't since I left Colorado. I sleep on this couch here, and I'm grateful to not be sleeping on the ground, don't get me wrong, but the couch is exactly as long and wide as I am, maybe a little shorter. And so I wake up most mornings and my back hurts and my neck hurts and my legs hurt, and it's starting to compound and starting to hurt. So I need to do something about sleep to give myself more energy to better my life. And then number 3, and honestly the most important one of this video that we're talking about here, is lungs. So I'll just start. When I was 14 years old, when I just entered my freshman year of high school, I found vaping. Well, actually, it started in 8th grade. I found a Juul, and I was ripping it, and I didn't even know it had nicotine. I didn't even know that was a fucking thing. I just liked the clouds. I thought it was cool. And then from there it started. When freshman year of high school, when I was 14, I got my first vape, a little Soren Drop. And I've been vaping day in and day out, except for a total of like 6 days throughout my whole teenager and adult life. I've been vaping day in and day out. And I was always too caught up in my head to really care and notice any of the mental effects or any of the physical effects that were hurting me. I mean, there's definitely mental effects that aren't good as well, but the physical effects in particular are, they're starting to compound. I mean, I'm sure if you've watched a lot of my videos, you might notice I like do this swallowing thing a lot. Even right now, it's like my nose, and I have like this constant layer of phlegm in my throat from vaping. Like right there. It's just uncomfortable. It's like I spit and it never goes away. And at this point, I don't even like feel the vape anymore. I just hit it out of habit. And if I'm sitting here, like when I'm at work, I hit it a little less. But if I'm just sitting here, I'll just hit it and hit it and hit it, and it's become bad. I'll wake up like from sleep, and I'll be feeling good and energized and focused, and I'll hit my vape a bunch of times, and I feel like shit. I'll be feeling good and like ready to do something. I'll hit my vape a bunch of times. All of a sudden, I'm like nauseous and don't feel good. And I know this, but I still hit it. But that's just like the mental effects. Like I can barely breathe. Like if I go walking too long, I like can barely breathe. If I do too much physical activity, I can barely breathe. I wake up, and by the time I go to sleep and wake up most mornings, I'm like wheezing and coughing. I cough up chunks of like gross shit. I mean, it's for real a problem. And for like a year and a half now, I've been trying to quit. There's a period of like 4 days where I did, and then I had a really stressful, terrible, shitty day, and I went back to it, and I just it's weird because when you've been using something day in and day out as a crutch since you were just like a fucking kid, for the last 6 years I've been using it day in and day out. And so when I think about living without it, it like really scares me. But I have to do something because I want to continue living, and I want to have a good quality of life. That was kind of the thing with why I always vaped, is I didn't care. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get sick and die. Oh no. And I never cared. But I do now. And honestly, I think the weed or the nicotine has held me back a lot. Throughout my life, I've like, because as long as I can remember, like ever since I was like started high school, I've just been tired all the time. I don't feel good. I have no motivation. It's hard to focus. And I've tried switching a bunch of different things, but the one thing I've never tried switching is nicotine. I mean, back in 2020, there was like a week, I think it was 6 days, where we went on a trip with my family, and I couldn't bring my vape because they didn't know. And I didn't have it for like 6 days. And those first 4 days were horrible. It's all I could think about. I was angry and irritated. Felt sick. I was just nothing. I was so angry. But in those last 2 days before we got home, I felt good. I felt like free. I felt like awake. Like my brain wasn't so foggy all the time. And yeah, like that right there. I mean, I've been watching through my videos when I edit them, you can even hear it when I'm speaking. Like you can hear the phlegm caught on my tongue or in my mouth, or like all those weird noises I make. And it's just uncomfortable. It's like I can't breathe most of the time. I feel like it's like I go about my day every day like there's a pill like halfway down my throat, and it just sucks. I can like barely breathe most of the time. And it's starting to affect my ability to smoke weed, if I'm being honest, which is super crazy. That's when I'm like calling a line. I mean, can't breathe, dying, who cares? Messing with my ability to get high, all of a sudden when I'm not able to medicate, that's a problem. And honestly, it's not pitching anything to my quality of life anymore. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, this isn't, so yeah, food, sleep, and lungs. I can make slight adjustments to all of those. The hardest one I can't really fix right now is sleep, so I'm just gonna put that one on the back burner. The one we're gonna focus on the most is lungs, but food is also important. I'm gonna try to make it a daily effort to find some sort of real food. But lungs are the biggest one. So I'm gonna start weaning myself off my vape here. The pod's all burnt and my bottle of juice is almost empty, and this time I'm just not gonna buy another one. I'm not sure I'll quit nicotine quite yet. I'll probably still do some nicotine alternatives, pouches or cigarettes or something. I know you may be saying, oh, cigarettes are worse than vaping. In my personal opinion, no, they're not. I mean, cigarettes have been around for a long time. We know they take like 50 years to give you cancer, and you gotta smoke like a lot of them, like all the time. And the difference is, it's like I could, right here in my room, I can't just like light up a cigarette. That's not an option. To smoke or like, at work, or like no matter where you are, you can't just like go in the bathroom and smoke a cigarette real quick. You have to like go outside, and like once it's lit, and it's like a whole thing where you have to like smoke it, and then you're done. And then it's like there's no more cigarette, and you have to be okay with the nicotine buzz you have until it wears off, and you smoke another cigarette, or however it goes. I mean, it's very different. So I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it, but it's time to make a change. So this video is probably, it's pretty short, but it's also probably a little longer than it needs to be. Just kind of got caught up yapping, but I've gotten to a point in my life that is good, and now it's time to make some big changes. So I'll see you in tonight/tomorrow's episode of Odyssey of Light, where I'll track the progress on not using my vape and the betterment of my life. But yeah, if you watch this, I appreciate you. Like and subscribe to fucking stay tuned with this shit, my progress of becoming a better person. Yeah, we're just on it. And it's like, this video is just the first step. It's recognizing that I definitely have a problem, one that I can feel the effects of, and one that I have difficulty mediating. But as scary as it seems in the short term, I know my overall quality of life would be so much better if I just quit vaping. So yeah, we're gonna work on it. This video is just putting it out there so I can go back and watch it and remember the things I need to fix, and hopefully one day I have different problems. Hopefully one day those 3 problems are solved and I have three more things to work on. So it's cool. If you watch this, fucking love you. You're great. See you in the next episode. Stay tuned type shit. Cool. Peace out, y'all. I do feel like I missed one of the most important points of this whole video. And that is that if I don't make a change soon, I'm going to fucking die. I mean, it's not a game. It's not like a little fucking challenge. It's like I need to make changes or there will be irreversible damage. It's like, it's the time to change is here and now. So it's time to change. Thanks for watching, guys. Fucking love you. Take care of yourself. Remember, chase your dreams, stay happy, and stay motherfucking high. Love you.